Hi, my name is Tom Haine, and I would like to talk to you about the San Diego Shakespeare Society. The Society has been in existence for over 20 years, and it was formed with the idea of promoting the genius of Shakespeare. We hope that by understanding Shakespeare's works, we can begin to reflect on our own humanity. The Society has a myriad of activities to accomplish this mission. Monthly readings of Shakespeare's plays, both in Coronado and in Escondido. They have panel discussions, lectures, acting classes. We sponsor a student festival every April where we invite students from elementary school through high school to perform scenes from Shakespeare. We have mock trials. We discuss various issues at all times during the year, during fundraising activities, celebrations. So we invite you to check us out at San Diego ShakespeareSociety.org. Join us and share the joy of Shakespeare. So why do we still perform Shakespeare, write about Shakespeare, read about him for over 400 years after his death? I think that one of the main reasons is his willingness to explore all aspects of the human condition. Themes such as love and hate, war and peace, grief and joy, life and death are interwoven in all of his plays and sonnets. For example, in one of his more famous speeches, he poses the question, are we at the end of life destined to be alone, without any semblance of our humanity left? Listen to how he frames the question in the 7 Ages of Man speech from his play, As You Like It. All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts, his acts being 7 ages. At first the infant mewling and puking in the nurse's arms, and then the whining schoolboy with his satchel and shining morning face, creeping like snail unwillingly to school, and then the lover, sighing like furnace with a woeful ballad made to his mistress' eyebrow, and then the soldier, full of strange oaths and bearded like the pard, jealous in honor, sudden and quick in quarrel, seeking the bubble reputation even in the cannon's mouth. And then the justice in fair round belly, with good capon line, with eyes severe and beard of formal cut, full of wise saws and modern instances. And so he plays his part. The 6th age shifts into the lean and slippered pantaloon, with spectacles on nose and pouch on side, his youthful hose well saved, a world too wide for his shrunk shank, and his manly voice turning again towards childish trebles, pipes and whistles in his sound. Last scene of all that ends this strange, eventful history is second childlessness and mere oblivion. Sans teeth, sans eyes, sans taste, sans everything. So is the end of life loneliness, and mere oblivion? Shakespeare answers with a resounding no. He tells us that we will never be alone as long as we have love. Love will be with us always, from generation to generation, transcending even death. Hear his majestic way describing this eternal nature of love in Sonnet 116. Let me not to the marriage of true minds admit impediments. Love is not love when it alters, when it alteration finds, or bends with the remover to remove. Oh no, it is an ever-fixed mark that looks on tempest and is never shaken. It is the star to every wandering bark whose worth's unknown, although his height be taken. Love is not time's fool, though rosy lips and cheeks within his bending sickle compass comes. Love alters not with his brief hours and weeks, but bears it out even to the edge of doom. If this be error, and upon me proved, I never writ, nor no man ever loved. This theme of love over death is also talked about in Shakespeare's Sonnet 73. In this sonnet, Shakespeare allows us to overhear a conversation between aged lovers at the end of life, who find that growing old together strengthens their bond of love and carries them through the tragedy of death. Sonnet 73. That time of year thou mayest in me behold, when yellow leaves are none or few, do hang upon those boughs which shake against the cold. Bare ruined choirs where late the sweet birds sang. In me thou seest the twilight of such day, as after sunset fadeth in the west, which by and by black night doth take away, death's second self, which seals up all in rest. In me thou seest the glowing of such fire, that on the ashes of his youth doth lie, as the deathbed whereon it must expire, consumed with that which it was nourished by. This thou perceivest, which makes thy love more strong, to love that well which thou must leave ere long. Shakespeare, then, has answered the emptiness and despair of death with the power of love to sustain us, to be with us today, tomorrow, forever, even to the edge of doom.